Hey guys, it's Cloudos here, and yeah, I'm already in battle. Sorry about that, but you can see it's still the first one. This is in Elite. This is the missions. 4 or less. Defeat ultimate weapon with limit break. Nobody dies. Okay, so it is going to be Orlando. Yeah, I I forgot to press the record button, so I goofed up. But it's okay, we haven't started anything yet. It's battle 1 of 5 in Elite. It's the farming, so I'm gonna just normal attack because I'm gonna collect all that crystals to charge my LB. Okay, so I'm gonna get carried here by a friend Transterra. So I would suggest that you do the same if you could get a carry, because basically it's more to complete the four man. Hang on. Ouch. Okay, you back. Yeah, it's basically to complete the 4-man mission. Right, I have to heal just to be safe. Just that 4-man for a party of 4. Best if you can get a whale to carry you. If not, get your strongest ally. Unless you have the strongest in your whole ally, then I don't know what to say. Yeah, but get a full team of 6. Make sure you get a healer. It would be good to have Cecile in case. The boss are mainly actually mages would be better here, but survivability's sake, I'm gonna take it slow because of this 4-man. So even though I'm getting carried, so I'm bringing Noctis and Orlando because they have the highest HP in my 6-star roster, as well as well, Noctis is kind of feasible in that aspect. Get this behemoth out of the way. The rest of the battle should not be a problem. Actually, I think you can one shot if you have a full party of 6 or party of 4. Bring in a healer. Best to bring in a healer. Okay, so his ultimate weapon, I think if you do some massive damage, he will cast some status mind break or some. I know he casts a bunch of status, so try not to get him overkill. So even if you bring in a whale, if you cannot kill him in one turn, then don't blast him all at once. Keep it like under 50%, I think would be the best way to go about it. Okay, so I'm gonna cast one Otina. Alterna. Just one, no dual casting, but I don't want to. Oh man, this is weird. So yeah, that Orlando isn't gonna do that. Poking for crystals, but Orlando is good because he can charge us. Limit burst quickly for that limit burst mission. Okay, just keep on healing. My Yashitola isn't max yet, so as to why I'm not dual casting. Yeah, it would be better if you bring a max out Yashitola. Okay, oh, forgot to dual cast now because I'm gonna kill this. Okay, I think I have nothing here. I think I'll just go and walk break him. burst. No. Oh, I forgot. Alterna's animation is long. I think I didn't get the limit burst mission, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Alterna's animation is too long. The limit Lando's limit break didn't went into overkill, so I think I didn't get it. I don't think so. Yeah, so if you don't have a whale, just bring any strong 6 stars and bring a healer. Yeah, I didn't get it. Well, I will run it again on my own to get it, but you get the gist of the idea. Anyway, just bring a 6 stars. Bring a full 4-man 6 stars team. Well, I think I'll be farming mainly on pro though, because the boss Ultima weapon is kind of if you're not careful, he can cast meteor, he can cast mind blast to inflict random status elements. So unless you have ribbon or jewel ring or something like that, or someone who can or bring a link if you have link or Minfield. I think link would be better because link is have a passive immune to some of the status, and she can cure the status for the rest of your party. So you don't have to bring a Noctis or Landu like what I did. In fact, Orlando isn't all that helpful except for because his limit burst charge really fast. But if you want more survivability, you bring a healer, bring a link, right? To clear out the status. The mind blasting, I'm not sure whether it's random or whether he yeah, because he would say something like he's charging or something. And then he would cast that. So this isn't my first attempt. Although you see that I'm just getting the mission because my first attempt, I think this is the third attempt. My first attempt, yeah, is basically because of the mind blast. Everybody like turned to stone or paralyzed or some crazy thing like that. So you don't wanna mind blast. Well, okay. New shirt, new day. Yeah, I got a bit of a rash on my neck. So, just a bit more about this event. I've been farming for hardcore farming for a day now. So, yeah. So where am I in this? Should not be here. So I did complete the mission on separate run. So. Well, it's fine, man. You don't always have to do it in one run. The separate run is okay as well. Right. So King Mock events are a bit different now because there is no longer a 70k trade of a 10% Mughal. Now it's like 10k for 1% Mughal, the 30k for 10%. I'm not getting connection, am I? Come on, Wi-Fi. So yeah, I think the last event, what was the last event? The Raid Ops one is already having that kind of pattern, the Orlando one. Right, let's go in. So a lot of the items are gone, like potions and all the tanned. Not sure why they scraped that, but you know, because I guess they could be bought. But so the only non-purchasable items are actually the remedy Y potion. Yeah, yep. So I have traded all the metal gargantuan. You will want to go for that if you're training, if you have summoned Transterra or uh, Setzer. I have a Setzer. Is Setzer? He's actually good. Although his skills are quite random, he's a good chainer. So yeah, so having him is quite good, and he's also 6 stars evolvable. So um, so you will want those cactus. Your first priority though should always be the tickets, and then maybe the star quartz right now, because star quartz are, as mentioned before, attainable through arena. You would want to get maybe some of the unique stuff, like well, returner isn't all that strong actually, so I would put that in a lower priority. um, Same thing with warrior mage, but you might want to maybe get the clothes because they are unique equipment. And also I would skip this MP and attack 15% because MP 15% is just bullshit, and attack 15% is the cost is just too much. 35,000 is even more than the Trust Mogul. So aim for the Trust Mogul first, 10%. The 1% one is only if you have extra, because if you think about it, 1% for 10k is very expensive, don't you think? Because this is a 10k. I mean, this is a 10% Moogle and it's only 30k. So in the price conversion for those 1% Moogles, like for 10% is actually 50k. No wait, for 10% is 100k. So nah, totally not worth wasting, not worth aiming for that. Don't aim for that. But if you just happen to have surplus after exchanging all the other stuff, yeah, why not? So the new things here are ability awakening. So there's going to be pure crits. You get the last event was the Easter egg one, which also had pure crits, exchangeable for 100 rainbow eggs. But I didn't really farm that event all too much. So hopefully, if you could change those, because those were easier to change. But for this event, I think you should just pretend that this doesn't exist. 80,000 for a single pure cris. It goes to show how valuable pure cris are, how rare they are. But it also means that you don't really need them as of now, because they are more for awakening second tier of your ability, because the first tier I think you only need up to giant Chris or AV Chris. So yeah, so pure Chris is there will come a time where you will get it, but the event, so right now just aim for the mock and the tickets, um, and giant cactus, why not? Yeah, but the event going to be there's going to be a new update sometime in the second week. So I think I would do a video on that, depending what the update is. I would guess it's some kind of boss that gives more more fish, so it will help you maybe farm faster for the pure crisp, but I'm not sure because at this rate it's actually worse than the red ops one, the Orlando one, because the Orlando one still have chocobos. Remember those? Yeah, this one you only get to see a golden bomb, rarely, very rare. I have been farming so long and I've only saw like one, and it also doesn't give you a lot per se. There's like only maybe I'm farming on pro, so well the bomb just gives another like another additional 200 or so. So if you count the bonuses added in, yeah, it's still under 1,000. What I'm trying to say is it's just bad. The farming rate is bad. It's worse than Orlando's one, the red ops one, and it's just sad. But there are lesser items to trade if you just ignore the pure crisp. So just ignore the pure crisp, because don't down yourself because you cannot make get a pure crisp. It doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, those are like for the people who are willing. So relax, unless you're willing to spend lapis on your energy. Yeah, so okay, but you should not prioritize that. Just leave it to the end, even if you want to go for pure crisp. Just aim the tickets and the Moogle. So that's all I have to say for this event, truly. Until they have the updates, then I can talk more. So that's it for now, and I'll see you in another video pretty soon. Bye bye.